Hello everyone, it's me, Aaron, Professor Thorgy, your guide to all things geeky, and welcome to another episode of Comic Class, the show every single week on this channel where we just geek out about comic books. And you know what? It's a nice day outside. The weather's so lovely, and it's getting stuffy in here. What do you say, as a special treat, we have class outside today. Okay, so I might have lied about being a lovely day outside. It's actually incredibly humid and about to thunderstorm. However, that's not important. What's important is that we are here in Prospect Park where they just brought the giant Captain America statue that premiered at San Diego Comic-Con. It was made to celebrate Captain America's 75th anniversary. As we all know, Captain America is from Brooklyn, so they've decided to take it on a tour around Brooklyn. Nobody knows where it is going to eventually end up, but for the next 2 weeks, it's here in Prospect Park, which is right next to where I live, so I had to come down here, take a look at it. And I just want to tell you guys what's so awesome about this, what I think is so amazing about this Captain America statue. First thing that's great about Captain America statue now being here in this park is that they set it up right next to the children's corner. As you can see right here, which is right next to the zoo and right next to a giant carousel, it's basically a place where kids come to play. And the thing about Captain America is that, like many great superheroes, he comes to represent something more than just being a character. He represents ideas. And one of the ideas that he represents is the little guy staying up to the big guy. It's about not being afraid of bullies. It's about being courageous. And those are very important messages for children. In fact, the sign on the Captain America statue itself says, "I'm just a kid from Brooklyn." And that's kind of a message that anybody, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, there's something inside you that can stand up and be that hero. It's an incredibly important message to put here, right next to where the kids come and play. I honestly love the idea of little kids coming here and seeing that statue. In fact, just in the time that we've been here, we're here after most of the festivities have ended, and yet we've still seen so many kids walking around with like little cardboard Captain America shields that they made themselves. This statue means something to these kids. So it's incredibly important that they put it right here at Children's Corner. However, like I said, like most superheroes, Captain America has been around so long, and he represents something so big that he's more than just a character, he's an idea. And this is an idea that appeals to everyone. As I said, the idea of standing up for what's right, that's kind of at the heart of what is Brooklyn. And when we've been standing here, we've seen so many people. We've seen little kids, we've seen high school students, we've seen full-grown adults. I've seen elderly people all coming up here, taking photos of themselves next to this statue. And it's not just because it's like some publicity thing. It's like, oh, hey, check me out next to this thing. No, they're coming here and taking photos of themselves next to it because no matter who they are, Captain America represents something to them, and he speaks to something inside of them. I've even seen, like, you know, cops just hanging out with high school students here, just talking about Captain America, like two groups of people that I would never expect to see just hanging out and sharing something in common. In fact, just a few moments ago, before we started recording, a cop actually came up to me, and I was like, oh, a guy's gonna tell me that we can't record here, and just goes, hey, what part of Brooklyn is Captain America from? And I was like, oh my god, it's getting people interested in this character. And another thing that I want to bring up, and this one, I feel it's more just an opinion thing, but I do know there are some people out there complaining that why are they putting this Captain America statue here in the park? And they're complaining for a couple of reasons. The first one, the New York Times actually came to the park and started interviewing people about how they feel about it, and out of the entire park, they found 3 people who didn't like it. So of course, the front page news about this all over every website you go to is local Brooklynites have a problem with the Captain America statue. I'd like to repeat, it was 3 people in an entire massive park. You can find 3 people in this park who hate anything. But the complaint that they had is that there aren't supposed to be commercial things here in the park. And one person said, what's next, a Walmart and a McDonald's in the middle of the park? Okay, first off, this statue is here for only 2 weeks. And even after it goes all around Brooklyn, if they decide, hey, we're going to put it here permanently in the park, so that is not the same as having a McDonald's or a Walmart open up here in the park. Because what does McDonald's represent? What does Walmart represent? Nothing, at least nothing good. But this statue, as I have been saying this whole time, is dedicated to a character who represents ideas. And that's what this statue is. You can come in here and say, oh, this is just advertisements for the comics, it's just advertisements for the movies. But when people see this statue, they're not thinking, oh, I need to go out and see the new Captain America film. They think, I'm a kid from Brooklyn. They think about the Stars and Stripes. They think about the Shield. They think about what he represents. And especially, as I said, when you put it next to where the kids are playing, it's a very positive message for them. This is not the same as coming in here and just putting a giant ad for Disney, just putting a giant billboard for Disney right here in the middle of the park. This is a statue that's dedicated to an idea. It's completely different from just having a giant commercial plopped down in the middle of this park. And I'm sure there's going to be some people out there who are upset that this statue is here simply because it's a fictional character. And here in Prospect Park, there's already several statues dedicated to real-life heroes. There's one to Beethoven, there's one to Jefferson, there's a couple dedicated to different Civil War heroes. And listen, I'm in no way trying to diminish what real-life heroes have done, not at all. However, those real-life people have had impacts on people's lives, and that's why they had statues built to them. But do you know how many people, real-life people, have had their lives impacted, have had their lives lifted up, have been inspired to go out there and do great things because of fictional characters? That's one of the reasons why I love geeky properties. It's because you get passionate about something from the world of geekery. You get passionate about these characters because they inspire something into you, because their stories have a message to them, and those messages will lift you up. Those messages touch something in you. There are several people out there who get through depression because of these characters. There are several people out there who go through rough times, but they find inspiration through these characters. Heck yeah, I think a fictional character should have a statue. I'm not saying we should go out there and give everybody a statue. The Punisher should not have a statue. But Superman, Wonder Woman, Captain America, characters like these, they mean something to people. They have impacts on people's lives. So seeing this actual statue here, it means something to me. It shows that there are a lot of people out there who do respect what this character has come to mean. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. We don't normally do in the field reports like this, partly because my audio devices are terrible, as you can tell from the lawnmower over there. But I wanted to come out here, just to celebrate that they actually made a Captain America statue. I think that that is amazing, but also because, as I said, when I read those reports that they found 3 people in Brooklyn who didn't like this and everybody just decided to focus on that, I thought somebody needs to come out here and talk about the positives of this. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. And if you want to see any other videos from the world of geekery, whether it be comic books, video games, movies, or anything like that, make sure you click that subscribe button and come back next week for another episode of Comic Class. Thanks everyone. Good night.